Yeah, I think it's live. Said checking connection. It's hopefully good. But I figured I'd wait for some people to join and see if this is actually working. Hey everybody. How you doing? I am... Hi. Where you guys all coming in from? I wanted to come on here because if you read the caption above, or below, or wherever they put it, I'm extremely excited to announce that I have new music coming out today at midnight. I kind of waited, and actually, there are a few reasons that I waited for this. One of them was the amount of, I am a bit of a, I don't like using the word perfectionist because, first of all, I don't really believe in, the idea of perfection is very silly because oftentimes it's, it exists more in like the idiosyncrasies than it does in something that is without blemish, if that makes any sense. But that said, when you're composing a song and recording it, you get really obsessive. I guess that's a better way to put it, in terms of getting exactly what you envision for it. So I knew that I wanted to release it this week. I've known that for about 3 or 4 months now, but it's taken me some time to get this together. So I want to come in here and talk about it, and I'm hoping that you guys will check it out. Oh, there's no sound? Is that true? Is there any? Can you guys not hear me? Hopefully that's not on my end. Oh, great, you can hear me. Yes, I agree. Purpose is subjective. But yes, so I have. So if you live in the anywhere in Australia or Asia, this song is most likely already out. I hope. So because I had it scheduled to go live at midnight on October 4th, and every time zone. So we'll see. And if you guys, if anyone is watching from Australia, if you want to check on iTunes and see, or Apple Music, or any place where music is streamed or sold or all that, you'll know before I do if it's actually out. But yes, so I had this plan to put this song out this week. I wanted it out this week for a number of reasons, but one of them is so the song title. Some of you who've been following me at many of my shows may have heard this song because I played it twice before live. I wrote it over Memorial Day weekend here in the United States, and the song's called America, and it's someone saying, "What's the song about? Tell us what it's about." I'll probably put up. I'm going to put up a post later with the cover I'm using for it, and I'll probably put up a post of the lyrics too because I really I'm proud of the lyrics. So I'd like for you guys to be able to read them and all that. But so I wanted to put it out this week for a number of reasons. I mean, there's a lot going on in our country right now. There is oftentimes, but more than maybe other years right now. So I felt like it was something that would be particularly timely to put out at this point. And so I tried to get it as fast as I could. So like I said, I wrote it over Memorial Day weekend, not really with that necessarily in mind, but well, yes, it wasn't in mind, but it wasn't the intention to write a song over that weekend, but it just, I guess there was some inspiration there. And so I'm excited that hopefully it's out. For those of you who live in the East Coast of the United States like I do, it'll be out in another 5 hours and 18 minutes. And for those of you on the West Coast, add 3 hours to that. In Hawaii, add another 3 hours. But I think there's a good chance that this song is already... Oh, thumbs up. I don't know. I'm still confused as to why it does that, but I guess the coffee cup. But for those of you who may live in the UK, well, you're probably asleep, but in Australia, you might just be waking up. So if you do see it, let me know. So I'm going to answer a bunch of questions now, and let me know if anyone in Australia or in Asia or other time zones that are near there may have already seen it. So, and again, I made this a surprise announcement because I didn't fully explain this. I wanted this to be out October 4th. I had that kind of in mind for a while. But I was hoping, the way this thing works is like when you schedule a release, ideally you want to get things up, you want to have them scheduled for release like 3 to 4 weeks in advance to guarantee that it will go up at the right time. so because of how much I was working on the track, because I did this the way I normally do it, I did it all myself, at home actually, which is kind of crazy. I was yeah, pretty fun. So I was working honestly up until September 27th, even when I was in Los Angeles last week, working on a really exciting project, Randy Newman's Faust. And so at night after rehearsal, I was going home and making kind of final mix tweaks. So I didn't upload the song until a week ago. So there's a chance it doesn't come out tonight, but I'm hoping it does. So those of you who live, and I haven't had a chance to read to see if you guys are there, but I'll stay on here. I see some people saying it's 17 minutes, now 16, I think, in the UK and different areas near there. So the song should go live at midnight tonight, everywhere, no matter what time zone you're in. So midnight your time, and so in the UK, since you guys are up, let me know if it goes live. You guys will be able to help me. Thank you so much. Cool. All right, so that's all the information for now, and I'm going to answer some of your questions now. Thanks, you guys. Okay, when you listen to music in your head, let's see. Not sure. Someone asked me, Eva has 2 shows today at the Great Gatsby, so she's very busy today. Oh. Thank you for the compliments about Hadestown. I appreciate that. Am I coming to London soon? I don't know. I don't have any plans to be in London soon, but I always love going to London. Favorite song? I don't really have a favorite song that I'm aware of. Do you guys have a favorite song? I think it's hard to choose just one. Petunia's great. When do I come to Argentina? That's a good question. I've never been there. I would love to play in Argentina. Biggest inspiration music. I mean, the Beatles. If I had to pick one, I guess maybe I'd say the Beatles. But I love so many groups. I mean, I love Queen. I love Buddy Guy. I love B.B. King. I love, man, so much blues music and jazz. Yeah, I'm excited. Eve and I are really excited to play in Detroit on Saturday. We're very excited. Your friends will need to prepare to be sick of you when the song comes out. Thank you. That's great. Yeah, I hope you guys love it. Yes, on the TuneCore, when I release it through this, you release it through various distributors, but it says sent. The status last week was like, I forget what it said. It said submitted, then it said sent to stores, and then so hopefully, at least when it gets to midnight on the East Coast, it'll say live, which means it's up. But it might, like I said, the song is hopefully live in many different territories currently as we speak. Please come and tour in Australia. Okay, so I would love to. And if you live in Australia and you have any sort of streaming account, will you let me know if it's actually live there yet? I hope it is. And if not, it'll probably not be more than a few days, but I'm hoping it's already live today because it should be at midnight on October 4th. You'd like to see me do Spider-Man? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You can probably see videos. Is the music similar to my cabaret show at Yotel? So I'm guessing you watched that live stream. It's the same song, but it's a very different. It'll come across very differently on the recording because the instrumentation is totally different. Because I can only play a few things at once on stage, in a live show. But on a recording, I can multi-track everything. So that's I played everything and I did some drum programming, which I've never really done, and that was pretty cool. I played live, sampled like an MPC basically, but on my OP1. So I played like a drum samples, like electronic drum. Not really electronic, the drum samples, but I played them live, like one take kind of through one pass without looping it. And then I did some other drum programming with some really awesome loops that I was able to find through a lot of searching. And when I say drum program, I mean I picked the spots I wanted, I sped them up, slowed them down, figured out where I want them to go, and kind of, I want this kind of fill here, let's put this fill together. Because I couldn't record drums in my apartment this time around. Yeah, otherwise I would have done that or rented a studio, but there's not a place here that I work often yet, so I've got to figure that out for next time too. But I think this worked perfectly for this song. Which decade had the best music overall? That's very hard to I can't really say, but I'm certainly very drawn to the 70s because of the freedom that existed, kind of like because of what happened. Yeah, I mean, that was just an amazing time. But I love music. I mean, even I have our jukebox. Actually, I have to restock it this week or next week when we get back from Detroit. But we have one of the first things I ever bought for my apartment. My first apartment as an adult in New York was a 1953 Seeburg jukebox, and I normally have like I have a sort of a rule with it that like I don't want anything post 1965 in the jukebox because the technology was improving so much at that time, or improving that they would it would be somewhat unlikely that you would have music past that era in a particular thing. And for instance, my jukebox is technically mono. Stereo jukeboxes came out a little bit after this, and but you wouldn't really know it's mono. The way this is set up, it has a really big wide sound. But yeah, for that reason, so we have 50 different Halloween records from the 50s and early 60s in our jukebox. I have to put them back in, but we took them out after last year's Halloween season. Gotta put them back in. So decades of music. I don't know. We love it all. Where'd I get my shirt? Eva bought this for me on our vacation in Mexico, which was awesome a couple years ago. Favorite genre of music? And that's a funny question, actually, because I've sometimes said that my favorite genre, if I had to pick one genre, it would be reggae. I don't write a lot in reggae, but actually, oddly enough, this song, it's very much a cross-section of genres, but this new song, America, that I wrote, it's actually very reggae influenced, so you'll hear some of that when you hear the song. Oh yeah, I've seen Eva and Gatsby 7 times, and I plan to go many, many more times. She's incredible in that show. You guys got to see if you haven't seen it yet. So again, if you guys are just joining, I have a new song coming out tonight at midnight. If it is already midnight, if it's already October 4th in your region, then this song is hopefully already out. That was the plan. So I'm hoping, and I waited to announce this because just in case there are any delays. But at least you know about it now, and I'm really hoping that the people in Australia, for instance, already are able to listen to it. Sometimes for Hawaii, we get the song on iTunes when it's midnight in New York. Hey, great, that'd be cool. Thank you for that. I hope so. Hope you do. But you know what, though? I think that actually is something that that may be something you can. I think I could have, at the time of the release, I could have selected having the song released at midnight in Eastern time zone everywhere, and I didn't do that because I thought it'd be kind of fun to have people that are in a time zone ahead to be able to get to it a little bit early. So I think that maybe it will probably be at midnight in Hawaii too. Oh, I should check out Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. They have a New Orleans. Oh, cool. I bet they do. Yeah, I love the movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Jeff Buckley Biomovie when? I don't know. That's a good question. I would love to do it. Oh, thank you. But the hairstyle. I was having a crazy hair day, and I decided let's just put it back. Oh, it's live. Oh, awesome. It's live in Australia. Thank you. I don't know your actual name, but the Morgan Secret has confirmed that my song is live in Australia, which is great news because that means that it is likely to go live in all the other territories at midnight. So that's great. Come to Portugal, I would love to. Yeah. Favorite musical? I don't know. It's very hard to choose that sort of thing. I should do another tutorial. Yeah. Let's hope I don't have to do another tutorial for those of you who know what we're talking about there. Oh, thank you, but Up Above the Weather. I mean, I don't really want to say necessarily more what that's about other than let the lyrics speak for themselves because, the great thing about lyrics is they have a way of allowing you to, it's like looking at an unfinished painting, which actually is kind of a good thing to mention with this new song and sort of some of the themes of it. That very much plays into the intention behind this song America that I've written that I'm really, really excited for you guys to hear tonight. But the idea of like sometimes if you make things too literal, we actually had that issue with Hadestown when we did Hadestown in Edmonton, because I was a part of two productions before Broadway, Edmonton's production at the Citadel and London's production at the National Theatre. And we found after our first preview of Hadestown in Edmonton that there was we had all these literal physical train tracks that were used because we talked so much about the train and the train tracks and the train station in the show. And we found out after the first preview that it was, I mean, this wasn't up to me, but this was Rachel Chavkin. She and the creative team and Aeneas, they all said, yeah, I think it's just too much. It's too on the nose, and it sort of robs the audience of their ability to experience the piece to its fullest. And so that's when you ask the question of Up Above the Weather, I sort of think of things in that same way. I don't want to limit the audience's experience by going too far in depth into my interpretation of the lyrics, because I think it probably is bigger than what I even intend. You hope that your songs can be bigger than what you even intended. So yeah, hopefully that's a good answer. But I'm gonna skip to the live bottom again. So if I don't answer your question, please ask it again, because I just I was stopped there. You know how this thing works. Is there a lyric of mine that I'm most proud of? Honestly, I'm not just saying this, but I think in my new song, in my new song America, I'm very proud of. I'm very grateful for it. I'm proud of I'm very happy and excited about these lyrics. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoy it too. Oh, that's amazing! It's already live on Apple Music in Italy too. Thank you for listening. That's great. But yeah, I'm very excited about it, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoy it as much as I do. Oh, awesome! Thank you so much for listening in Sydney. That's in Australia. Thank you. I was excited to know that you guys were getting it first. I think there's only one city ahead of you guys. I think it's called Kingston. I know there's Kingston, Jamaica, which I was like, oh, that's kind of cool because, as you can hear, there's some Jamaican influences in this song. Oh, Netherlands, that's great. I'm so glad you got it there too. Thank you for listening. That's so cool. Yes, okay, someone's asking about Rocky Horror Show. So I'm doing this really fun thing this month that I've been planning all year. I'm doing a one-man cabaret concert version of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which for those of you who saw the Fox version 8 years ago, I played Riff Raff in that. And so Eva gave me the idea. We went to go see the Rocky Horror Picture Show in the cinemas here in New York last year, I think on October 30th, and which was really cool. And she's like, you got to do a concert of this. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool. So, and I just always loved the music. So I'm doing that, and so I'm doing it in, if you live in these areas, I'm doing that show in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Las Vegas, and New York. Most of them do not have a live stream option, but New York does. So if you guys don't live in New York and you want to see my one-man cabaret concert version of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I'm really excited about that too, you can get a live stream ticket now. They're available now at the Green Room 42's website, which is, you can go to the link in my bio and find it. So if you live in Europe or anywhere, Australia or anywhere around the world, you can definitely get a live stream ticket there. And the cool thing is I'm doing two shows. a 7 p.m. and a 9:30 p.m. Eastern time show. But if you get the live stream ticket, they allow you to watch it as many times as you want for I think a full week or something. So you like if you get the live stream ticket, you can watch it when you wake up or the next night or whatever. Any plans on touring Europe? Yeah, I would love to do that. I mean, it's finding I haven't had any requests to perform in Europe by venues yet, but I would love to. So if there's some people that find out about me that want me to do it, I'd love to. Oh, miscast. Who would I want to play? What would you sing? Well, actually, this is a good question. If there were a live stream option for our show in Detroit this weekend, you'd find out some funny. Even I have some fun things planned for Saturday night in Detroit. That's awesome. Have I performed in Portland? Oh, looks like it's 1 minute till. I love Portland. Looks like my song America is 1 minute from going live in the UK. I think, but I saw it was live in Italy already, so maybe they let it out a little early. Continue to watch live or go to bed. Do whatever you want. I'll probably leave this live up, so if you want to watch the rest later, that's totally fine. Let's see. During the process of writing, let's see. Oh yeah, during the process of writing, hey Aaron, does it get shared with others as you go? It depends. I only share it with people that I really trust. That like, and not just trust, but like, that it's like I'll share everything with Eva as the process goes, and then I'll share some things with my family, like my Zane, Paris, my mom, my dad. I'll share it with them. But yeah, like I'll kind of keep a lot of it to myself for a while until I feel like it's. Yeah, you don't want to play unfinished things for people that you're when you're not sure if they can be excited about something that's unfinished, and not everyone is. So you want to make sure you keep that excitement going while you're working on something. Oh, someone asked, do you play? I do play all the instruments in America. Yes, I play all the. I try to do that. The only thing I don't play on America is I was trying to figure out at the end. I played, like I was mentioning before. I played drum samples on my OP1, that new instrument that I have that I've been playing using my live shows, like kind of using it like an MPC drum machine. But then I was like, I need something more, and I was thinking about renting out a recording studio here in New York, but with the schedule I've had traveling, I was just like, oh gosh, I don't know when I can fit that in. And so thankfully, I was able to find these amazing drum loops from, I think, a British drummer, I'm pretty sure. But it doesn't necessarily sound like that, because once I changed everything, basically you buy these drum loops, and then you can alter them however you want. And that's kind of what a lot of people do. This is my first time really doing that. Like, basically, pretty much, I would say, like, I'm not going to say every, but I would say 90% of pop music, or probably more, and like hip-hop and like stuff on the radio, that's kind of, they're doing that, I don't usually do that. Usually I play everything live. But in this case, I was like, you know what? This actually works for the themes of the song, too. Like, and so I found these really great drum loops to... that I could incorporate in with what I had already played, and I'm really excited. I'm really happy with how that turned out. But it took a long time because I had to pick the exact patterns I wanted, then cut them up, and then and a lot of times, like, the song's at 80 beats per minute, and I wanted to. There were a bunch of loops like that I got that were, let's say, like 134 beats per minute. So I had to. In those cases, I actually double timed them to get them to 160, so that I could. So it created a really cool texture and sound that could be done live, but you wouldn't necessarily think to do live. So I'm really excited. It's a different approach for me. I'm utilizing some of this sort of modern way of instruments you can do. But I played. Hopefully you'll hear that. I played a new instrument for an instrument I've never played before, but I've been obsessed with for at least 20 years. I actually bought one of these instruments 5 years ago. For those of you who are watching who know a lot about this sort of stuff, it's an instrument called the pedal steel guitar. I don't know if you know what that is, but so I played the pedal steel on this track too. But again, for me, the juxtaposition of I wanted this song to sound the way America feels to me, the way the country feels to me. And to me, it's not just one style. It's very much a collection of styles. And so that's... well, I'll be right back. One sec. So yeah, it's very much a collection of styles that I mean, we're the melting pot of the world, we should be. And so but yeah, it was cool playing the pedal steel because I had this riff in my head and I'm gonna play it on guitar originally, and I'm like, no, that'd be really cool on pedal steel. And so yeah, hopefully you hear that and are into it. But yeah, so I did play everything on it aside from those, when I did the drum programming. But yeah. Should you buy Deadpool Wolverine right now? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I would like to see it. Yeah. Was I able to keep anything from Penny Dreadful? Our incredible costume designer gave me the ivory tuxedo that I wore in season 2 in that scene with Dr. Frankenstein and Lily. That's really special to me. I've got that. I haven't actually worn it yet, but I love that thing. Oh, Jean-Marie, hey man, how you doing? Miss you too. That's awesome, man. Hey Dom, I see Dom in there. Oh yeah, I guess I can wave, right? How do you do that? Now I know how to do that. How many U.S. states have I visited? I've visited every state except for Alaska, and I've performed in most of them too, which is pretty crazy and cool. I think the only state I haven't performed in that I have visited... No, I have. I've performed there too, now that I think about it. I was going to say Rhode Island, but I played in Providence. So, yeah, I think I've performed in every state except for Alaska. Pretty sure. Did I keep any cool props from Hades? Yeah, I did. I kept really simple things. I mean, a couple of those flowers, the actual flowers. I have one or two of those, I think, and I've got some of the paper flowers too. And then, I mean, I didn't have to get. Funnily enough, like some of the costume stuff, like the suspenders, I already had those because they. So I don't have the ones from the show. I have the ones that they based the show ones off of, or they based them off of mine. Yeah. Oh, thanks, King Charles Cooper. Yeah, great. I'm glad. I did want to get this song out, at this kind of, just this particular time in for everything we have going on in the country now. I don't think the Las Vegas show at the Space Las Vegas has live stream tickets, but for those of you who live in Las Vegas, please come out to the Space Las Vegas on Friday, October 18th. I'm playing my one-man cabaret concert version of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm really excited about that. And it's my first time playing in Vegas in like 10 years, I think. One of my unreleased... Thank you. Yeah, I've got to play Alaska. Yeah, that would be great. I would love to. I'd love to visit, too. Someone asked if I'd love to play Phantom of the Opera. Someone asked me that this week. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, possibly. I think the show's awesome. I don't know where they're doing it now, though. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I can't wait to see The Great Gatsby again. Am I going to be on the road for a while? Not really so much. I mean, I'm in October. I'm traveling a lot, but for yeah. Otherwise, I have a couple. I have to list them actually. There are a couple more dates that I'm about to announce for here in New York between now and the end of the year. Oh, great. That's great. Okay, so the song is out in the UK. I'm glad. So if you, I don't know if anyone is just joining or if everyone's been here now, but my new song, America, is out officially in Europe, I guess, and in Australia and Asia, and it's coming out on the East Coast in 4 hours and 51 minutes, and then 7 hours and 51 minutes in on the West Coast. Oh well, and then of course you've got Nashville and everywhere in the center of the country. Central Time, Mountain Time. Am I with a label or self? Yeah, no, I do this myself. I was offered without going into details, a really good publishing deal when I was 22, which I said no to. I love the people that offered it to me, but yeah, I do have a thing with like wanting to maintain control of this stuff. It's hard to. Yeah, I really enjoy being able to do things on my own schedule. I mean, if I had been with a major label for this, there's a good chance I wouldn't have, just the way these things work, there's a good chance I wouldn't have been able to get this song out in the time that I did. As they say, big wheels turn slowly, move slowly. So I kind of like keeping it lean and mean so I can do what I want to do, which is, more important to me than some of that other stuff. But I released it on my label, Scissorhand Records, so, But I'm the only artist on that label at the moment, so... Yeah, it depends what you're looking for. Given the chaos of the label space right now is best to be indie. It really depends. My experience with the major label world is you meet a lot of really great people, and then you maybe don't connect with other people. But like the thing is, it's if you have a unified, if your vision is in line with their vision for you, I don't know if there's a better thing. It's great. I mean, but the problem is that's not always the case, and there are a lot of artists that go in there with expectations, a lot of times based on things that the label has actually said to the artist. And then, those things change for various reasons because it ultimately is a commercial enterprise, And as much as you want it to be about art, when you are with a major company like that and they're footing the bill, they do have a right to kind of say whatever, like have you request and kind of sort of almost make you do whatever they want you to do artistically, which for me is really uncomfortable, and I don't enjoy that. But if you have a unified vision, and if your vision for your music is the same as theirs, then man, it's amazing because they have such a great machine, and all the people that they have that can get behind you in different departments. It's an amazing thing. So it can be amazing. It also can be very frustrating. Oh, fella in the back with a top hat? Oh, I think that's a duck that I got from the Broadway cruise. They give you ducks when you're out at sea, rubber ducks, and that one had a hat. It was sort of dressed like me, I think. Let me see. Because I had a mustache at the time, so they did that. Oh, and it's from Lily, Bella, and Olivia. Happy birthday, Gabby. I can say hi, but I don't... I'm not sure if I'm gonna spell that right. Katsuki? I don't know. Irli Yuri Katsuki? Hello. I don't know if I'm saying that right though. It might not be. Oh, you learned a lot about music industry through my live streams. That's great. Yeah, thank you. I mean, definitely had considerable experience with it, so it's, I don't mind talking about it sometimes. What's my day to day look like? Well, it's been really really nice, getting to, like, I love doing 8 shows a week, which in that time your day is very much structured for you. I enjoy that, but I also very much enjoy what I'm doing now, which is, you know, I get to choose whatever I want to do. Yeah, thankfully. But so for the most part, like I will go. In the early part of the year, I spent that time kind of plotting out the year in terms of like speaking to venues and figuring out like where I was going to be playing and different things. And then a couple of great surprises came in, like this Randy Newman's Faust. I didn't expect that. And also meeting the really kind people from the Cabaret in Indianapolis, where I met them on the Broadway cruise, and then they had me come out there and do 2 shows, totally different shows there. That was great. But yeah, plotting that out was the early part of the year, and then figuring out, all right, so now I've got to learn all this material. This year's been kind of awesome. I think I've learned over 100 songs, which has been really cool. And when I say learned, I mean like fully memorized, performance ready kind of thing, which I don't know that I've ever done that in a single year. So that's been pretty awesome. But I'll do that, and then I've been spending time writing and recording. So I'll kind of just switch back throughout the day. All right, I'm going to write for a couple hours now. I'll record this. I'll learn these tunes, and then there are other things I have to do too. But in terms of that part of the work day, that's been kind of what I've been doing, which has been great. For my concert stuff at the moment, I don't really have someone helping me with that, but I'm open to it, potentially looking for that. But yeah, I've been kind of booking this stuff myself. Am I rooting for the Mets tonight? I should be, but you know what? Yeah, I got to check actually. I didn't realize they were still in, because even I've kind of become Reds fans the past couple years, and I do have a lot of family history there. We both do now. Let's see. Oh, last song I listened to in the jukebox, I'm not actually sure right now. Oh, it was the other night. What the heck would be... I'm not sure if we were listening to it in the background. Yes, someone said, wait, new music. New music, absolutely. Tonight at midnight, I know, thanks to some of you kind folks on here, I know that my new song America is out on, it's out in Australia for sure, and in Italy it sounds like, and in the UK, and I think all time zones that are there, it's out there, which is great. And it's scheduled to be released on the East Coast here in the United States in 4 hours and, is that 43 minutes? Is that right? 4 hours and 43 minutes. Do I have that right? Yeah. Oh, thanks so much. You like the song? All right. Yeah, that is I did write that song. I haven't really released a proper studio recording of that. We had a great one with our band Carney. I'm not sure if I'm thrilled with my vocal on the one, but that was supposed to come out on our album that was going to be called Mr. Green. That's kind of, we were talking about the label stuff earlier. That's kind of some of the stuff I'm referring to when when we were getting prepared to release our album, we had a 14-song album ready to go, but then about 2 weeks before our release date, there was a new rule that was put in place by the label where no artist was able to release an album of any more than 8 songs at a time. And so we had to... They had the idea to make it into Mr. Green Volume 1 and Mr. Green Volume 2. And then I think like 6 months later that rule changed, so it was kind of like we could have just put it up, but we couldn't at the time. So but Mr. Green Volume 2 has not come out because I left that label since then, so that's part of the issue. But yeah, like that kind of stuff is complicated, and that's why it's nice to... Yeah, I enjoy being totally free and able to just choose what I want to, when I want to put things out, and how I want to put them out. Oh, Jam and Java. I'd love to come back to Jam and Java. It's been too long. It's been like 7 years, I think. Oh, thanks so much about Faust. That was really fun. That was crazy. See how last week we did Randy Newman's Faust in Los Angeles, and I had no idea that it was going to be like a full-on stage production with choreography and stuff. Like I don't think any of us knew that until kind of Wednesday of last week. It was really fun. We had to really like pull it together, and like, yeah, it was great. It was fun. Really enjoyed that. Now I'm gonna talk on here until I finish this coffee here, and then I've got to get back to practicing, because even I have 2 shows in Detroit on Saturday night, and I've been practicing like crazy for them, but I always want to make sure that it's as rehearsed and so I can be as loose as possible on stage. So I'm going to get back to that in a minute, but it's been great being on here talking to you guys, and yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping that very soon you guys will be able to listen to my new song, America. It's live tonight at midnight. Anywhere music is sold or streamed. Coming to Seattle, Portland. I would have loved to have some shows in Seattle and Portland for like this October Rocky Horror. I didn't know a place that would be a similar type of venue to where I'm playing in New York, LA, Vegas, and San Francisco. If I did, I would have booked something or tried to. Can't wait to listen to it 10,000 times. Oh, amazing! Please do. Yeah, there are no good parts to not working with Eva every day. So it's like, I mean, yeah, it's great, and that's why we're really excited to be doing this cabaret show in Detroit. It's been really fun rehearsing here at night. How do I feel about gay people? I love gay people. Let's see. That was I love that very direct question. I know, what a wild question. That's fun. It is funny though. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for the kind of words about the new song. No updates on the Jeff Buckley biopic. I would love to do that. I think they've had so many scripts and so many directors and different things that I don't know what their plan is right now. But if they can pull that off, that would be really, really great. Hope they can find a way to. Any plans of being on a theatrical stage soon? I just was. I mean, it was only 2 performances in LA, but Randy Newman's Faust was like a full-on musical. I mean, kind of crazy that we were able to pull that all together in a matter of like 5 days together in LA. But yeah, that was like a pretty, I mean, it would go a lot further if they were able to like continue that production and make it into a full-blown sit-down production. But it was really fun. And for those of you who were able to go to the Soraya in Los Angeles, the campus of CSUN, I'm hoping you had a great time, because we really had a great time there. But yeah, other than that, no plans yet. I mean, there's nothing I'm aware of that I'd be like really like, yes, I want to do that. But then again, I'm not aware of a lot of things that are out there that are in the works. But yeah, if the right thing comes along. The thing is, HO's Week's a lot of work in a great way, but you got to make sure because because you got to be, you want to be giving. Yeah, I wouldn't want to say yes to something that I didn't know I'd want to do for a good amount of time. And when I said yes to Hadestown, I felt strongly that, yeah, I'd want to do this a while. This is good, And so I ended up staying there a long time. Favorite parts of acting and making music? I love both. I mean, they both help each other. Honestly, with my new song America, to be honest with you, like I sang the vocal because I had the opportunity to. I would. A lot of it was just getting the tones right. Like, all right, this, because I'm recording it myself while I'm singing it, and making sure that everything is sounding not so much what's coming out of my voice as what's the microphone is picking up. There's a lot of stuff to do with that, figuring all that out, and but then on top of that, so you end up singing it a lot of times, and in that process, I'm like, you know what, I'm not really believing this person here. So a lot of times that my acting kind of training and experience comes in to help me with the interpretation of a song on a recording, even if it's my own song that I wrote. Just figuring out ways to make sort of the message, drive home the message that I want, make it clear. So yeah, they kind of all feed into each other, really. Good night. I think you're probably, well, I don't know where you're from, but it must be late. Yeah, self-recording, yeah, you want to make sure you're getting enough level, but not too much. Making a music video, yeah, I actually really would love to make a music video for this song, America. I have some ideas, but they might be very expensive, so I'm just not sure how to go about that, but I do have some ideas. Oh yeah, I'd always love to collaborate with Patrick Page. We were trying to do something together recently, but I had so much planned for this year that it was hard to fit it in. But I always love working with Patrick. But Broadway Cruise, man, I miss you guys too. I'm really excited for Eva's show in March, April. Eva shows on the cruise. Yeah, I don't take this off. I sleep with this on. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't. But no, this is my mom's. It's Fables by Marty Heil. Fables Jewelry. It's amazing. All her stuff is incredible. These rings, I wear them every day. I've been wearing this a lot lately too. This is hers too. Well, you guys, I'm pretty much out of this coffee, so I'm gonna get a refill so I can start working on rehearsing for the evening. But does your song have album art? And if so, did you do the cover? Yeah. So it kind of has album. It was something that my brother-in-law Greg Garbowski, he helped me with the concept of what to do. I had like a loose idea, I just did. It's a pretty simple thing that I ended up doing, but one of the funny things was figuring out how to fit it into the square, because the original thing was just a photo that was like not the right dimensions, so I had to like tweak that a bit. But yeah, so there is a cover art for the song America that I'm hoping is representative of the song in terms of my intent lyrically in some ways, and I think it is. It felt like it was, so I'm hoping that it gives you guys a feeling of what I'm going for there. Yeah, thank you guys. You guys have a great night, and thank you so much for those of you who've already listened to this song, and I'm excited for everybody to hopefully hear it, and yeah, I'm excited. All right. Thank you guys again. I'll talk to you soon. Eve and I are heading to Detroit. We're playing some awesome, really fun shows this weekend, And so, but I'll check back on once things are a little bit more settled, and then and yeah, talk more about this song hopefully. All right, I would love to hear what you guys think. I'll leave this up so you can put things in comments if you want. All right, talk to you guys. See you soon. Thank you.